Let's take a look at the starting lineup. We'll start with the Houston Cougars. We know about Coleman, nation's leading scorer. Wade, hard-nosed point guard. Lewis is a coach's kid. In the front court, Washington, a freshman. He's got an incredible body. Could be playing college football. Meanwhile, for the UTEP Miners, it's Culpepper and Stone in the backcourt, and in the front court, Moultrie, Williams, and the horse, Derek Character. Tony Barbee, them guard people. So Coleman in the circle with Moultrie, and this one controlled by the Miners. What should we pay attention to early on?
Well, what we should pay attention to early on is what they're trying to do with Randy Culpepper at the moment. It's Desmond Wade guarding him.
Culpepper now off the dribble, leans in, banks it no. And here comes Coleman. Coleman, they say he's like Ray Williams from Mount Vernon. Some people say that. Strong lower body, can get to the basket, and also a very good defender. Back door. How about that? Well, Kelvin Lewis.
That's a good Washington. And Kelvin Lewis is the guy who's noted as a three-point shooter. Tom Pender's a little worried about his legs since he's played so many minutes in this tournament. Don't need very good legs to make that wide open layup.
And Kelvin Lewis is the son of Kevin Lewis.
Washington, a big guy, noted for his rebounding and defensive ability, but that was a very, very good pass.
Desmond Wade, 5'8", sophomore from Linden, New Jersey, starts the offense. They want Lewis to make sure that he focuses on his offense in this game, and a steal in the front court. Up and in as Culpepper. Easy bucket.
And that's not something that happens very often to the Houston Cougars. They are among the best teams in the country in not turning the ball over. Averaging only 9 points a game in 2 matchups against the Cougars. You don't want to give him any reason to get off early.
Randy Culpepper, the Conference USA Player of the Year. Last time the Miners had a Player of the Year, it was Tim Hardaway back in 1989. Jump shot off the mark for Lewis. And here come the Miners.
Houston has opened in what looks like a man-to-man, Gus.
Character, the Louisville transfer. When in doubt, they go inside to him. And UTEP now with a 4-2 lead, 26-5 on the season for the Miners. 15-1 in Conference USA. Their only loss coming to these Houston Cougars.
Julian Stone at 6'6", matched up against Coleman. Stone on the all-defensive team in Conference USA.
Here's a kick. Coleman for a shot. High arc is short. Gets his own rebound to the bucket. The teardrop. Short again. And here comes Polk in the front court. Stop and start. Up off the glass and in. Beautiful hesitation.
The lineup that UTEP made, it was to take Polk out of the starting lineup and bring him off the bench, and you see why. He comes in and gives them an immediate offensive spark.
With 26 points a game, Coleman, and he draws a crowd. Kick it out in the corner, and that one goes down.
Now, Tony Barbee, obviously you don't want the other team scoring baskets, but so far they're making people other than Aubrey Coleman beat them. And that's what you want. You want other guys taking the shots. You want to make Aubrey Coleman a passer if you can.
Character posting up hard. They look the other way. In and out. Christian Polk.
Now, Polk comes off the bus shooting it, Gus.
I like those guys. I really like those guys.
It's a personality defect of yours.
Coleman off the heel, batted around, gets his own rebound to the bucket, reverse, no.
Hasn't made any shots, but you can see why he's the leading scorer in the country. He can get his shots in so many different ways.
Here's the kick. Polk. Houston doing a nice job getting to the ball. Not that time, though, as Arnett Moultrie, good shooter from Memphis, Tennessee, knocks down the J.
Well, he's not a great percentage three-point shooter, but this guy is. Lewis. Stretch the defense if you're UTEP, because you got to go out and guard him at 6'11". Here's that matchup we talked about. Wade against Culpepper.
Polk to the basket and a whistle.
Oh, my.
He got mugged. Struggling in both games. Right now at the free throw line. This is Christian Polk. And he is the designated gunner.
A bit better rebounder and defender. Williams is a pretty good shooter himself, but Polk is just one of those guys that supplies energy coming off the bench.
Miners picking up three-quarter court now. Coleman walks it over. Crossover dribble to the basket. High off the glass, no. And a rebound, Culpepper. And he is 11-7, Conference USA final. Miners ranked 25th. 11th time they've been in a conference tournament final. Formerly members of the WAC conference. Inside character. And a foul. Character Blake, when he was at UMass for John Calipari, he left third all-time leading scorer, over 1,600 points. And he's currently, I believe, fifth
right now. There's some pretty talented guys, but they play hard.
6 years as an assistant with Coach Calipari at Memphis. 5 minutes into the first half. 12-7.
And I haven't heard anything from Aubrey Coleman yet.
Mo McNeil checks in. And
he's done a really nice job with this UTEP program. Of course, this is a UTEP program with a tremendous basketball history.
Meanwhile, Coleman picks up his second foul for Houston. At the 14:39 mark, inside. Offensive rebound and stick back. So they allow Coleman to stay on the floor with those two fouls. Lewis downtown, halfway down, pops out, batted around. And we'll head the other way.
So far, he's been forced to take tough shots and has not been able to convert them. Julian Stone doing a pretty good job defensively. Houston only 3 of 11.
1 of 4 from the three-point line.
Shoot the three at quite the rate they did a couple of years ago. Three is still a very important part of their offensive arsenal. Look at Aubrey Coleman playing so far off Julian Stone. They want to make him a shooter, and he's going to oblige him.
McNeil going up high for the rebound. Very athletic 6'9" center. Deep jump shot, way off the mark. And out of bounds.
I'm not point shooter and has actually hoisted 60 of them coming into the game. But he did. He looked like he was maybe a step or two out of his range there. Don't get extra credit for going beyond the three-point line.
No doubt about it. Strong gives it up. Culpepper so shifty with the ball. Turns the corner. Runner. Oh, got it. Wow. Continuation.
Those plays, it really energizes his team.
Randy, the fourth all-time leading scorer in UTEP history, misses the throw.
Houston in a real danger zone right at the moment. They need to get a couple of baskets here.
Wade spinning, hands it off. Mo McNeil with the finish.
Aubrey Coleman has drawn a lot of attention, and that should mean that other guys have maybe a little more space than they might normally have.
Ball tapped around, picked up in the front court. Lewis, nice to McNeil, and he whacks it down again. 11.
And Aubrey Coleman, among the nation's leaders in steals, he's the one who got that started, tipping the ball away.
Houston putting a lot of pressure on the perimeter.
Polk,
guarded by Lewis.
Look at Aubrey Coleman. He's playing on the inside, not guarding his man, who happens to be Myron Strong.
The handoff mid-sound for Arnett Moultrie. Cougars. Wade to the bucket, the kick. Coleman thought about it. Culpepper float over. Nice interception by Myron Strong. Here's Strong. 16-footer. And Coleman goes up the rebound.
He averages over 7 rebounds a game. He's sort of a complete player, wouldn't you say?
Almost knocked away. Coleman on the floor. And they are tied up. Possession. Tom Penders told us before the game, when we had a chance to chat with him, that McNeil is very athletic. He's had some leg problems. He doesn't want to play him too much. because he wants to keep his energy level high when he's out there. But he has a lot of talent. Lewis downtown, and he gets the bounce.
And Lewis has a way. And just like that, just we were saying, it's a key point for Houston. They reel UTEP right back in.
No fear of the Miners. Cougars have beaten them before. They beat them the last time the Miners lost a game. And they feel as if they could do it again, especially with what's on the line. Culpepper rising fire. Character rebound. Gets it back. Big fella putting it
load in there. Once he gets established down on the inside, it's hard to move him away. And that's a matchup with which Houston is going to struggle the entire game.
Culpepper average, make that Character averaging 14 points a game. Now Nixon off the bench on the baseline. Down the lane, and he'll peel it back. 11 minutes to go. Nixon. Uh-oh. Good omen for the Cougars.
Coleman is on the bench. This is the first time he's had a rest in 2 games. 3 games. He's played 40 minutes, 2 straight games. Remember, this is their 4th game in 4 days.
Jamal Nixon is from Brooklyn, New York. No fear from the New Yorker as Culpepper is fouled. On a 10-2 run.
They've made a couple of 3-point baskets, Gus, and I think they're going to have to make some of those. Their Character has been very difficult to defend inside. He's being defended.
Blocked from behind though by Mo McNeil.
And what I will tell you about Character is he's very effective offensively shooting the ball, but he's not noted as a passer. And so when they surround him, when they throw the ball in there and he gets surrounded, generally he's going to try to force it up.
Here's Nixon inside. Turnaround jump shot. Very good for Kirk Van Slyke. After that first 40-foot jump shot.
Well, he did a nice job catching that ball because it was tipped and he didn't get excited. He was played under control.
So Houston taking the lead. Character down the lane, and he's fouled.
The high coordination by Van Slyke. The ball's tipped, but he catches it and puts it in anyway.
The Character gets the first one to go.
Effective around the basket. His footwork is very good. He is just an outstanding basketball player. Remember, he was so highly recruited. Takes a seat on the bench to catch a breather.
Sometimes you just got to find the right situation. Nixon quickly into the front court. Lost it on the way up.
Another turnover by Houston.
Culpepper down the lane. That should be a foul and count the basket.
And that gives you an idea of the strength of Culpepper, too. He took a pretty good hit.
It's a game. The free throw. Culpepper averaging 18 points a game and 2 steals per game. 22-19. Inside. Off the glass. No good. Loose ball picked up. Here comes Polk. Culpepper. He's got Britton on the lob. And he's fouled.
The skill.
And Van Slyke has picked up 3 fouls already. Ooh. Claude Britton. Their bigs are both left-handed. Weird thing to see. As he hits the second. Character and Britton. So here comes Jamal Nixon. Nick McNeil. Van Slyke, Brown. And Lewis. And they're running something for Lewis now. Nixon. And a whistle and foul. And
responsible for their own, and the young man just forgot his.
McNeil in the corner. Nixon backs it up, creates some room, runs a pick and roll. Classic New York City guard wants to get to the basket, up and one.
Wow. This is a team, Gus, that coming into the season, they thought they were going to be pretty good, but they had some illness and injury, and they didn't play as well as talked to Coach Tom Penders before the game. They really feel like they're putting everything together, and they match up pretty well against UTEP.
8:39 to go, first half. UTEP up by a penny. Britton, Culpepper, deep jump shot.
See, you can't give him any room.
He has 9.
And Nixon didn't give him very much.
Randy Culpepper is the Conference USA Player of the Year. And they've had some good guards at UTEP over the years inside McNeil. most notably Tim Hardaway.
Nixon is right on him. Nixon's worried about the screen, and that just gives Culpepper enough room to get
Score. Gets a bucket, and UTEP turns it over on the inbounds. Tom Penders, oh, he is a lifer. 3 years at Tufts, 4 years at Columbia. Inside McNeil, no. And the rebound goes to the Miners. In the front court quickly. Julian Stone. Culpepper. Character posting. Character looking weak side. Polk dumps it down. Turnaround jump shot is good for Arnett Moultrie. Nice ball movement by the Miners.
That time Character did get it out of there, Gus, and he got it out of there very effectively, making the diagonal pass across the court.
Coleman off the glass, though. Alive by McNeil, but picked up. Here's Stone. Culpepper's in a rhythm now. You can't give him any space. And Polk throws it out of bounds. Rebounds, though. But remember, Coleman can score points in bunches. He has 2 fouls.
And Gus, the one thing you can be certain about is that he's going to keep shooting.
And slide. Character with the rebound. Here come the Miners. Hard push. Stone kicks it out. Culpepper. And the rebound to Coleman is 6th. Baseline McNeil and a foul. And this will go against Character. It's his first. 100 Red Cross or visit redcross.org. At the line. Very good start to this game for McNeil. He has 6 points.
Character, Gus, and that's an important stat for UTEP. Sometimes he gets in foul trouble, and it's important to keep him in the game. Look at all the attention he's drawn.
Nice pass on the weak side. But Coleman doing a nice job closing on Julian Stone. Here's Stone now. Hands it off.
Well, Coleman is not afraid to get far away from Stone because I don't think Stone's going to shoot.
But Polk will.
You got to get closer to him.
For Polk. And UTEP taking a 31-26 edge. Lewis swinging it. Fires.
Oh my!
I talked to his dad before the game. We really need him and his offense today. And so far, he's delivered. Lewis with 9 points in the first half.
Gus, and that last one was a really, really tough three-point shot. Well defended.
Culpepper reverse! Wow! The little guy elevating on the baseline. 33-28. He has 11 in the first half.
Elevating, and then how long did he hang up in the air?
Forever. So Nixon will start the offense. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Van Slyke deep. In the front court, Culpepper, bam! They can get up and down with the quickness. My team.
Now, you don't want the guys in the red shirts to figure they got your number.
Right. 35-28, Coleman, high Arthur. Still can't buy a basket. Nation's leading scorer off to a rough start. Inside, it's batted out. Nixon, he's got McNeil. Passed up on him. And a whistle and foul. The line.
And we're in another danger.
Moultrie with a rebound.
And we're in another danger zone for Houston right here. UTEP playing very well, and I don't think the Cougars want them to get out too far enough so they can't reel them in. 7-2 run.
Character draws a double team. Looks to Culpepper. Fires again. In and out. Moultrie up high. Halfway down. Won't stay down. And Mo McNeil with the rebound.
You know, he didn't make the shot, but that's quite a 1-2 punch inside. Character and Moultrie.
Coleman drawing a lot of attention. Splits the defense. Baseline. And finally, nice basket. Sean player. Good defender. Can stick a jump shot.
That's a big three. Big, big three.
4-point game. Culpepper. Deep jumper. Off the heel. For Williams. Nixon. Houston can get even closer now. Lewis in rhythm.
Boy, he's been good, hasn't he? He has really had an outstanding your son to participate, spend so much time together.
Kevin Lewis, former assistant at TCU, Baylor. Been with Tom Penders for 4 years. Character inside. And he's fouled. 2:55 to play. We look at the conference tournaments. I mean, crazy stuff happening. Syracuse losing. Villanova losing. Meanwhile, Ohio State. Minnesota coming back to beat Michigan State. Tubby Smith be in. 20 wins on the season for Tubby.
Well, Gus, in this tournament, the Conference USA tournament, these teams, UTEP was supposed to be here, but Houston is the number 7 seed.
Culpepper to the basket, double clutch banger.
Again, he's out in transition.
Coleman now the other way. And now he will go to the line. Been a rough first half for Aubrey.
Beats everybody down the court. And again, he hangs in the air, waits till the defense goes by, and then puts the ball in the basket.
Out of foul trouble. Character. Only 2 fouls in the first half, and we're at the 2:30 mark.
That you don't want to sit him down early, but now that there's only 2:20 left in the half, you certainly don't want him to pick up the third.
3-point game. Stone. Britton, left hand. McNeil with the rebound. McNeil, although he's a lot thinner than the bigs for UTEP, he's done a nice job defending inside.
Well, he really moves well. He plays with tremendous energy, and I think that counts for a lot when you're playing on the inside.
Coleman fires a high arcer.
Coleman really, really struggling. He's got to be careful here. He doesn't pick up a foul.
Baseline. Williams driving.
Man-to-man defense for the Cougars.
Moultrie inside. Britton, good catch. Up and in. Going to a strong hand.
Drew talking, he shouldn't do very much, but when he gets close to the basket, he can score.
41-36. Houston, surprising that they're in this game when you consider their best player is 1 for 10. Making 1 for 11. Coleman can't buy a basket. Baseline, Williams goes the other way and lays it in. And now UTEP extending their lead. They've led by as many as 9.
And every time they've extended the lead, Houston has been able to reel them back in.
Nixon spinning. Hands it off. Up and in. Nice play by the New York City staff. On 2 of 12 shooting.
Stone talking to Culpepper. No surprise if Culpepper's the guy who ends up with the ball.
Culpepper roaming the baseline. 10 seconds to go. They give it up to him. He's at the hash mark, guarded by Nixon. They double him on the sideline. And he turns it over. And that is the end of the first half. Good.
To get that ball to go in the basket.
I like that a lot. Whatever voodoo he does. All right, we start the second half. UTEP with the ball. Stone to Culpepper. Moultrie. Character inside.
They continue to play way off Stone. Side swatting the ball at the baseline.
19 to shoot. Culpepper fires. Air ball. Lewis with the rebound. Lewis joined by Coleman. Wade. Also on the floor. Washington. Aubrey Coleman. He drives. Cut off nicely.
And Stone is 6'6". He moves his feet very well, so it's hard for him to get inside and get the ball over.
And Coleman Has it stolen away. And no, but Culpepper there for the follow.
Boy, that can't make Tom Penders happy. Not just the steal, but the fact that his guys didn't run down the court.
45-38, and that jump shot goes down. Once 15 points in this game.
He's keeping them in the game.
And you just have to think that eventually Aubrey Coleman, 26 a game, nation's leading scorer, he's going to kick in. He's going to get some points in this game. Moultrie.
I think that, but Julian Stone may have different ideas.
You are absolutely right. He's done a nice job defending him. Stone takes a three and bangs it down.
And that three's available for usually wanted. He's not a real good three-point shooter. But Coleman is playing way, way off him.
Largest lead in the first half for UTEP, 9 points. Up by 7 now. First basket of the game for Stone. Coleman, patient. As he backs it up on that pick and roll, they won't let him go north-south. He takes the jumper, aiming it out of bounds and a foul.
That shot, he's got to prove that he can make it because he's got to make Aubrey Coleman get a little bit closer.
Williams picked up the foul, his first. Wade. Now, Lewis again, this time a little long, taken away. Now, Lewis again, this time a little long, taken away by Coleman. And Aubrey Coleman with the steal. Houston gets another chance. He has it poked away from behind by Culpepper. In the country, Evan Turner. And then later on, the Pacific Life, Pac-10.
UTEP threatens to run away and hide. Kelvin Lewis gets another basket.
48-43, jump shot, rimming off for Colt. Here comes Colt in transition to the basket, rejected. Stone swats it. Now he'll lead the break. Kick it out, Moultrie downtown. And the rebound to Coleman. And Aubrey Coleman is got to keep the big fella's hands full. Sometimes guards fail to realize it. Lewis off a curl. Is he feeling good? 19 points for Kelvin Lewis. And the lead is 3.
Wade is now really trying to chase Culpepper, just deny him the ball. He's all over him.
Culpepper hard off the bounce and a reach and foul. Going, but how about the rest?
Well, the rest, Gus, it's going to be very difficult. It depends on what else happens, who else is out there. There's been some funny things happening in conference tournaments, but see, is pretty good. You saw all those teams with 20 wins. Southern Miss also has 20 wins. So it's a much more balanced, much tougher league. It's not dominated by Memphis anymore, although Memphis is still pretty good.
Coleman, big shot. Big jump shot to tie them to the NCAA tournament since 1992. They've beaten this Miners team before.
And Gus, it serves to say it again. They're doing it based out their best player without a big contribution from Aubrey Coleman.
Lewis with the rebound, but you know Coleman eventually will get into the act. But this man, Kelvin Lewis, has been wonderful. .48 apiece. 15-10 to play second half. Conference USA Championship.
Look at Adam Brown. He's way off Julian Stone as well.
Culpepper. Williams put it on the floor and a foul on the floor. Gus Johnson, Dan Bonner with you. Conference USA Championship. The winner to receive the automatic bid into the NCAA tournament. And we've had a good game. Really good game here, folks. Houston, no surprise, able to come back inside Williams, and this will be a foul.
And really put some pressure on the defense.
And Williams gets the first.
From three-point range. He's just a solid all-around player.
Second one goes down as well. Guys in this game. 50-48. Brown in the front court. Finds Desmond Wade. Sean Coleman on the court with 3 fouls. And a steal. Stone again. This time he slams it down.
Deal of the day, and as we mentioned before, he made the all-defensive team in Conference USA.
And Wade will have to call a timeout as he's trapped in the back.
Running. That time they get it in.
14 minutes remaining in the second half. 52-48. Coleman still can't get it to fall, but Mo McNeil going up high.
A lot of skill in terms of being, he doesn't shoot the ball very well. He doesn't have a lot of offensive moves. But when you talk about a guy being skilled, going to the basket, rebounding the ball, tipping it around the goal, that's him.
A legitimate 6'9" inside. Britton knocked out of his hands, and they say it.
Right, and he doesn't have to make a lot now. He's just got to make a couple for his team to win the game.
Wade with the handoff, naming it into the front, turns. He's got to keep shooting it. Does again, and he's way off now. He's aiming it into the front court. Culpepper. Oh, he's fouled hard by Wade. And now being Culpepper keeping his composure, although he took the hard foul. Culpepper with a terrific afternoon.
You know you're going to the free throw line. That wrist is okay.
He has 18, now make it 19. Miners will get the ball. Inside character. Lewis a hair away from a steal. Baseline knocked out of bounds and will stay on this end.
Let's see if UTEP tries to get him the ball inside. He's got an advantage in terms of power against McNeil. Well, he's asking for it. McNeil's going to get called for foul.
Hope off the glass. Moultrie with the tip jam.
Well, you got to find that Moultrie. He's the guy who just floats around out there. He's capable of having big games. Just has a way of getting around the basketball.
So Memphis had won this tournament 4 times in a row. And it's very interesting to see 2 newcomers with an opportunity to win it. UTEP and Houston. Lewis in the corner. Nixon, deep jump shot. Got it. Good shot.
Again, every time, usually it's been Lewis. That time it was Nixon.
But when you look at this UTEP team, and to the point I was trying to make, Dan, they look like Memphis. Tony Barbee, 6 years with Calipari, same kind of guys on his squad. Character and a foul.
Yeah, those guys who have power guys but quickness inside tournaments and who stumbles. I think if Duke wins the ACC tournament, then the #1 seed would go to them. That ball goes to Moultrie. Pep team, they can score from a lot of different positions in a lot of different ways. They really put pressure on a defense.
58-53. 9 points for Moultrie. He's had a couple of spectacular. UTEP is led by as many as 9. Nixon off the screen. Culpepper with a rebound. He'll roll into the front court. Head of steam. Teardrop. No. Loose ball. Picked up. Brown. He's got McNeil. Here comes Mo McNeil. Oh, he's fouled from behind.
They didn't really have anybody covering.
So McNeil, nice all-around game. Been back and forth with the team, dealing with some family illness. 58-54. McNeil really working hard on character inside.
That's a tough battle in there.
Great matchup. Character wants it. He draws a triple team. They're not going to let him beat him. Has to be somebody else. Stone. Loose. Character. And he's fouled. Great battle inside.
Moultrie was the guy who's kept the ball alive, and Moultrie has become very active here in the last few minutes.
And Character missing the first. Sean Coleman picked up his.
Coleman have been in the game along with Washington or McNeil the entire time. Sometimes they like to play McNeil and 4 guards.
But Character heads to the bench.
And Aubrey Coleman is on the bench. He's getting up to come in the game right now.
Brown, and a foul coming up on the pass.
So if you can keep him off the line, you take away a huge chunk of his offensive capability.
Inside McNeil, first one up, no, tied up, and Houston will hold on to it.
Hands up, put him on top of the ball.
Let's see if Coleman can become more aggressive, meaning drive the ball to the basket to get to the free throw line instead of settling for jump shot. His jumper's not working today. Nixon hands it off. McNeil can't make the catch, and the Cougars throw it away.
8'6", those long arms, just what you were talking about, sort of Memphis-like with all that length and all those different positions. Stone has blocked the shot.
And look at Stone, he's playing the point, throws it inside, kicks it out. Character! Oh, big fella! Don't hurt him!
He has a nice little touch. That shot probably at the edge of his range.
14 points now, right at his season average. 61-54. Aubrey Coleman crosses over to the basket, up, and he's tied up. UTEP will get
touch for a guy that size.
Now remember, folks, since Jeremy Williams was inserted into the starting lineup for UTEP, this team has gone 16-0. And he doesn't do a perfect fit. Character again. Oh, and they're tipped in by Moultrie. Arnett.
Moultrie, just one of those guys with a nose for the basketball. You have to block him out. Houston's in trouble now.
63-54. Down the lane, and the foul coming up. Nixon draws. And the first free throw good. It was Jamal Nixon.
Attacks this.
Jamal Nixon out of Boys and Girls High School in Brooklyn. 8:59 to go in the same high school as the great Dwayne Pearl Washington. Maybe the father of the crossover dribble. Talked to Tim Hardaway yesterday. He told me he got the crossover dribble by watching a classic Pearl Washington moment. And Tim Hardaway, if you really want to be honest, is the author of the crossover now by all the kids in and out. I think Derek Character thinks he can cross him over.
Now Character's hit a couple of shots, so he's playing with a lot of confidence right now.
16 points, 65-56. Baseline, Lewis. Moultrie grabs it, is 7. And all smiles now for UTEP. 8 minutes away from the automatic bid. 8 minutes away from the conference tournament title. For Coach Barbee, who's a Conference USA coach, problems in the tournament. Brown with a rebound. Off the air ball. Lewis, and hits. Oh, wow. They forgot about him. Well, of course, forgotten. He has been such a good player in this game. 22 points at 12 at halftime. 4 threes. And a whistle. Timeout called by the Miners. UCLA still with life, though. Inside Character. Long rebound. Picked up. Williams. Almost dragged his pivot foot. Culpepper. Double clutch, no. Out of bounds. He's got it. Ball IQ. Inside Character. Can't hold on. It's knocked away by McNeil from behind. Basketball IQ. Inside Character. Can't hold on. It's knocked away by McNeil from behind. Look at McNeil get down the floor. Coleman just couldn't get it to him. He gets it to Lewis, and he buries another J. Lewis has been incredible.
25, and he's got Houston right back in it.
25 points, and that lead now 5 threes. for Kelvin Lewis. Culpepper curling, rejected. McNeil got a hand on. No, they say he didn't. Houston still in this game. NCAA automatic bid on the line. Nixon. Brown playing big minutes down the stretch. Lewis again. Williams gets up on it. 16 to shoot.
Man-to-man.
Nixon backs it up. He's going to try to use his quickness to turn the corner. And does. Fires. That's an offensive foul, though. He pushed off. Good call by the ref.
Every part of his body that he can.
Kind of like Dwayne Wade. He just lays his body all over the floor. Inside Moultrie. That's a prick. Rebounded. Coleman. He's got ahead of the field, and he will go to the line. That's what you want to do if you're all a scorer, as is this young man. Coleman, 2 of 17 from 2. As he misses the second.
Gus, we need to keep our eyes on Culpepper to see whether or not he can move as effectively as he's been moving the entire game.
Inside character, offensive foul. McNeil doing a great job.
Patient punched the ball inside.
Lewis has been the man for these Cougars as he turns the corner with the ball. They run the weave up top with the 4 guards. Coleman has to recognize Lewis has been great, and he draws another foul, and will go to the line to shoot 2. Aubrey Coleman has played with a hematoma, a deep thigh bruise. Called on McNeil on the rebound. And he misses the second. And a foul called on McNeil on the rebound.
Have the rebound. You don't want the forced foul.
Britton, 1-1, and he hits the front end. 60 in this game.
Well, he has been in this game, even though he's only a 63% free throw shooter on the year. But he just looks to me, Gus, like the...
67-64. Texas El Paso. Coleman spinning.
See, he can't get by Julian Stone. Stone is doing a great job against him.
But he could draw some attention. Nick Levi. Inside. McNeil. Oh, no. Cole with the rebound. Make that Stone with the rebound. 4:38 to go. 3-point game. Stone feeds the post. Moultrie dumps it down. Britton up. No. Gets it again. And is hacked.
Who are they going to call? Get a rebound, get fouled, score some points for you.
As you take a look at the foul trouble. 4. Both free throws good for Britton. Man, as he hits some big...
Character goes out, and you bring a guy like that in off the bench who can help you offensively.
69-64, 4:17 to go. Coleman to the basket, up and in.
Boy, he got himself lost within that time. The first time, I think the entire game, Gus, they've lost him.
Coleman now with 10 points. Inside. And a foul. Washington.
Hopes now struggled a little bit, but they can redeem them today.
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah,
he's back.
Yeah.
70-66. Second free throw for Moultrie, no good. And no to the back foul coming up. And this will go against the Miners. To play basketball instead. At the line. Gets the first.
This is a young man that when he was in height each leg, he's just sort of now rounding into shape, and those are 2 pretty big free throws.
First points of the game for Washington. Remember, McNeil is fouled out. Now Washington, 2 big bodies going at Character. Let's see this one. Character almost fumbles it away. Culpepper picks it up.
It's funny that you say that. Washington is probably a better matchup.
Coleman with a rebound. Culpepper trying to draw the foul, fires an air ball. Coleman with a rebound. Houston can tie it with the juice. Take the lead with the 3. Lewis for 3. Bam! 6 threes for the tournament. Who'd they beat, Dan?
Well, they beat a Texas team coached by Tom Pender.
Very interesting. Cougars on a 17-7 run. Pat Foster coaching that squad. Williams. Moultrie calling for it. Loose ball. Williams picks it up. Plenty of time to shoot. Now Character steps back and throws it in the backcourt. Picked up Culpepper. Miners getting the lift.
Post, what did he do, Gus? He pivoted away from the basket. That's what you want if you're the Houston Cougars.
Now they give it to Coleman. He's had his worst game of the season. 3 for 18, but he's hit some key baskets already in this second half. Lewis has been wonderful. Coleman looking for him now. He's looking that way. Lewis keeps going across the lane. Now the handoff. Brown! Whoa! Boom! 74-70 Houston. Timeout. UTEP. What a jumper.
Three-point shooter, so he's got that kind of range.
But the courage to take it
absolutely
that distance, incredible. 2 minutes to go.
And
Houston has to win. Exactly. Houston has to win to get in. Character with the jump hook. 4-72.
That was really a nice concept that was set up during that timeout.
Coleman. They want the ball in his hands. This time. Now goes to the basket. Up off the glass. No. Character ripped it. Outlet. Now goes to the basket, up off the glass, no. Character ripped it. Outlet. Here comes Stone. Moultrie wide open. Coleman going for the steal. And they've forgotten about Culpepper. Culpepper hasn't received very many touches, but when in doubt, they normally go to Character on the box. Williams. Stone kicks it in the backcourt, throws it away. Coleman to the bucket, up and in. 54.4 to go. Left. If Lewis with Brown in the dance. Culpepper strip. Lewis with Brown. Brown up. Oh my goodness. Upset Bruin. In the rematch, won at 65-58. Now with 40 seconds to go, Stone in the front court, shaky, picked up, baseline, Culpepper, no! But a foul with 33.7 to go. Lewis, he picks up his first. Oh my, wow. Culpepper paying a lot of attention to him.
Well, they are, and it's mainly been Kelvin Lewis. Lewis is a guy, he's scored very effective.
And a chance to receive the automatic bid to head into the NCAA tournament if they can hold on for the next 33 seconds. Coleman fouled and will go to the line.
And that's the guy in. Well, every time it seemed like UTEP was about to pull away, Lewis would make a big bucket.
And he has 28 points.
Each of their size against that line.
Misses the second. 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go. 6-point game. 79-73. Culpepper, the kick in the corner. Williams. Batted around. Brown with a rebound. Pickford in the front court. Picked up. Nixon up. And he's fouled with 17 seconds to go. He's taken Rhode Island. Since 92. Second free throw, pure for Nixon. 52. Second free throw, pure for Nixon. 16 seconds. 81-73. Culpepper fires. Short. Picked up. Culpepper steps back. Lets it go. Short.